Can you hear me? Check, check. You might have been here. Can you? Okay. Can everybody hear me? If everybody can, anybody can hear Maverick, push one in the chat, please, just so we can see what's going on here. Push one in the chat if you could hear Maverick speaking right now at this very moment. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. All right. She can hear you. Okay.
I bet you can hear me now.
Oh,
Excellent.
sound. I can tell the sound gate is doing its thing too.
All right. So let's see if you can hear this. Excellent. Excellent. All right. The con is yours.
All right.
So, mic check from Iceman. Can you hear Iceman? Put a one in the chat if you can hear Iceman.
Here we got one.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then here, so you and put a two in the chat if you can hear the producer Maverick.
All right. Anybody hear me? Everybody hear me? Mic check 1 2. This is the last check, supposedly. If it goes well, we are going to kick the show off. All right. I got one from Maverick from Hood Things. Dotty Girl, yes. Looks like we are hot.
Excellent.
We
All
have
right.
liftoff.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thanks for your help, chat. You guys are super. All right. So, what we got here.
All right. So, to introduce the show. Uh-oh. Some reverb.
Let me mute. Somebody's got to get muted. That has to go. There's an echo between. That can't. That microphone is on. We cannot shut it off.
This volume over here. Oh, your phone.
Yeah. All right, that's that. Okay.
Check.
All right. Check.
No, I gotta undo the. Is the main cam mic?
No, main cam's on. Your main cam might turn. It's It's unmuted. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
The
perfect.
main cam is unmuted, so we should be good to go. Okay, great. All right, now we're
Holy shit.
fuck. I just have to randomly curse myself, man. Jesus Christ. All right, we're good now. Me, I don't need
You know what I need?
a stiff drink.
Yes. So, here we are on the War Report. It's your homeboy, Iceman, aka Big Aaron. Maverick, of course, is producing this show. I got Light looking goofy. Let's
Oh, here, I just had that fucking just to,
all right. No, well, they can't see.
You can't see that even.
Tell you what, the ring light.
All right.
So bear with us, folks. We are building this plane as it takes off.
Yeah, this
We're
is
kind of known for that. The ring light.
all right. Hey, what's going on, O'Shea Lennox? My man, always coming through and showing us love, man. Much appreciated, sir. We got Sis in the building. First Lady Joelle Wormley in the house. We got Charles Colter up in the building. Dottie Girl has been helping us out with all of our sound issues here. Obviously, we got hood things. But we do have liftoff. So we are yep, we're going now.
Can this get plugged in?
No. Well,
Orange.
all right.
All right. And then,
Oh, yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah, it is what it is. It'll be there if we need it. Fuck it.
is there a tripod?
No, well, it is, but I'm not. It's in the. It's yeah. No, I'll just say no for now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to work in shadow
Yeah.
on the main cam for this episode.
I'll even hold it if need be while you're doing it. It don't matter.
Oh, yeah, you should be able to see.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna fight it.
Yep, that's that. We're gonna take some behind the scenes footage, some of the shit that we've been doing to make this stuff work. But we have been having to pull some magic here, but we are live and we're good, man. So awesome. Good to go. We got to get the most essential part of this. Hold on. The most essential part of this whole thing, which is the ice in the glass. And then, cheers to a fucking successful show.
So,
All right.
this has been an adventure, to say the least. This has been kind of crazy, trying to get set up. But here we are. Appreciate everybody in the chat and everybody that's viewing this. Appreciate your patience. Like I said earlier, we're building this plane as it's taking off. But here we are, about to cook another fantastic meal. Unfortunately, Chill Out couldn't join us on site, so we're going to have to take one menu item away, and that's the Asian shredded slaw. But we'll do that next time. That's a lovely, easy dish to prepare. But what we will do is jump right in to the main,
Right.
which consists of French chicken legs, seasoned, fried, served with Haricot vert, French string beans, potatoes noisette pan roasted, which are little balls of potatoes roasted in pan roasted in some brown butter, and a nice, lovely white wine sauce known as a velouté. So let's get started with the sauce. All great sauces start with ingredients called mirepoix. Mirepoix is essentially carrot, celery, and onion. So we have some celery sticks here. And we'll remove the ends and clean them up. We'll reserve one celery stick for plating purposes. And then we'll go ahead and
Show you it's fine.
that actually works. That actually works.
Is that
No, I think that's great.
plus it's not in your eye too much either? Because I'm seeing over here that that's about as best as we can get at the moment. It's a bit in the shot, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so what? So we've got some celery, onion, and again, we cut the root end and the flowering end off of the onion and cut it down the middle. Proper way to cut an onion. I don't think that's
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's good. Trying to make it work, but it's not.
I think they can see.
It'll be just fine. So how are the visuals and the audio? Is everything is good? Can you see what's going on? People, can you hear? Okay. We're definitely working on the lighting and all that. So as he's chopping up too. All right. Oh man, thank you for the understanding, Dottie girl. It is show business, and especially when you got two people running the show, for the cameraman, the producer, the everything. So I appreciate that. Appreciate your understanding. I will handle that right now. Email address in the about me. I'll put it. Let me see. All right, we got. Okay, Mr. Iceman broke down the menu already, so it is in process. Through the Fire podcast. Thank you for showing up. Showing up for us. Dottie Girl says hello to the First Lady, and cheers. Hey, Dottie Girl, what are you drinking on? Just out of curiosity. We got whiskey and ice. That's it.
So we have our celery, carrots, and onion. Let's get some cloves, fresh garlic, and we'll just get a rough chop on that. Run the knife through it really quick. This does not have to be perfect. It just has to cook. This will all be strained out of the sauce eventually. So knife skills is not important yet. Okay. So we'll get a pot with some water. Pay no attention to the measurements here. No need to measure. A little bit of water. Then goes your garlic, your mirepoix, celery, carrots, and onion, roughly chopped. Okay. Get that onto the stove. Bring that.
Yeah, we got. Let's see. All right, let's go through these chats here. All right, we got clarity is sharp, sound is good. Good to hear. Thank you so much. All right. My man O'Shea Lennox says that the table looks better now that we put the shop light there. Okay, we're gonna definitely refine that format in the next show because it's set up good now, but I can see how we can improve on that. But as we always say every show, man, it's a work in progress, so we'll learn every show. But this one, we learned a lot of what not to do. All right. Let's see. So we got, Dottie Girl, again, you said, okay, I'm assuming that means I'm not a drinker. I'm sipping on a cream soda. Hey, man, enjoy that cream soda. I remember, what is it? You put that with vanilla ice cream, not a root beer float, but a cream soda float. Yeah, I remember I had those every now and then. Really good stuff, man. All right, we got, excuse me, Natasha Vincent. Thanks for joining us. Says, evening, gentlemen, and the chat. Love that all the cam angles have names now. Oh man, appreciate the you notice the attention to detail that we put. Yeah, we're gonna definitely try to have different little names to show what's going on here. And we got O'Shea, the page. Yes, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna put our email and all our information in the chat right now. Now that it's on my mind, Mr. Linux.
While he's doing that, let me get you spun up on what's going on. We have a yellow bell pepper, right? And we're going to finally dice that. You saw me just break it down, cut the ends off, remove the membrane, and do what is called a julienne, which is just fine little matchsticks, if you will. And that gives you a nice julienne cut. And to make that into a fine dice, you just cut once again the same size perpendicular to your first cut.
Here, we got 8 people live now. Oh, awesome, awesome.
All right, now that we have finely diced peppers, you'll find out their purpose later on in the show. We just want to get all of the vegetation cut while our board is still clean, because the next thing to do is going to be to cut some chicken. We do not want to cross-contaminate whatsoever. It's bad news. So, right now, we're going to finely dice these peppers, and this is going to contribute to the garnish of the final dish. This is where you kind of do want to have decent knife skills. You want consistency of size and shape. You don't want it to look like too much of a mess. Unlike the dishes, unlike the vegetables that went into the pot to make the sauce, to make the stock. So there you have it. You have some finely diced peppers. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make potatoes noisette. Now what that is essentially they're potatoes, small balls, cooked in brown butter. I'm not going to brown butter, clarify it, brown it beforehand. I'm going to show you a quick route where you can use whole butter. You essentially take your potatoes. Do we have a potato vegetable peeler? No, a peeler. It's a peeler.
It might be in that.
If not, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I got it. Perfect. All right. So, I got small potatoes. We'll peel them.
All right. Let's see what we got there. Let's go to Workspace Cam again. Perfect. All right. So now is a good time to ask for the like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff, because as well as we're doing now, hopefully, well as it looks like we're doing now, hopefully, once we have some help doing this will run so much smoother and we'll be able to produce so much more content if we have some assistance here. So any kind of like, share, subscribes will help us on that journey. So please do that. And it's free. I heard somebody call it a like tax. If you watch the video, it's not free. I mean, it's free just to take your thumb, move it a couple inches, and push that like button. That's all. And if you really feel us, go ahead and subscribe, because we won't let you down. We're we definitely want to get in here and get in, start putting out more content as much as we can for you guys, man.
So we're going to peel our potatoes. Okay. You don't have to be super exact with this, because we're going to use our melon baller here. But we do want to take off as much of the skin as possible. And then what we'll do with the melon baller is make little teeny balls, all uniform size. We'll saute them in the pan with some butter. until they become soft, golden brown, and then eventually we'll add some salt, grated fresh garlic, and that will make your potatoes noisette. Now, this is a melon baller. You can use it to make little balls of any kind of produce, melons, carrots, apples, pears, potatoes, as you'll see. You just take it, you just scoop out a little ball, you see. You do that a few times. Now, the carcass of this potato, when you're done, do not throw it out. The best thing to do with this carcass of the potato is to save it, boil it, and then you have mashed potatoes. So don't waste. Waste not, want not.
Like you could even like even all the trimmings from the vegetable trimmings that you put off, if you really wanted to make some vegetable broth, put them in a pot, put some water in it, boil it for a while, strain it out. There you have it.
Yeah, make sure you're using high quality vegetables. Make sure there's no dirt on the root ends of the vegetables. You don't want to use parts of the vegetables that just look unappetizing. You don't want to impart a bitter flavor. However, he's absolutely correct. The ends of the carrot, the ends of celery, especially the little leafy part, you can absolutely use that when making a vegetable stock. That way you're not wasting any food items, and it's delicious. But you definitely want to use quality ingredients. If it doesn't look appetizing, don't use it. One thing I like to say in the culinary business, shit in, shit out.
And with the looks, you damn sure want to make sure it smells good too. If it smells bad, throw that thing away. Throw it away.
Follow your nose.
There you go. There you go. Oh man. Okay. Semper Fi. Darren D says, hit that damn like and subscribe button ASAP.
Well,
yes, sir.
Cotton.
Yep. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, brother. He and I,
to the core,
have seen a lot of life, ups and downs together. Great man right there.
We should just get on here one night and just bust it up remotely, man. Just have some drinks and bust it up and just trade war stories, literally, man.
Yeah. So there you have it. You have some melon ball potatoes. Let's turn the volume down on our vegetable stock. Let that roll. And let's get our potatoes in a pan with some butter. And most of the time I use unsalted butter. Today we have salted butter. So always taste your product before you add any salt, especially if you use salted butter, because there's already going to be salt there. Chances are we're not going to need to use salt in these potatoes. So, butter up, melts quickly. Put it in the pan. And we get our potato balls into the pan. Okay. Save this for later. And then get the potatoes into very low heat.
Oh, stove cam. What do I have to do with the stove cam again? It is doing this thing.
That far left on your right screen.
No, right, this one. Okay.
Hit the back button on that.
This one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hit back again. And then hit back again. And then, all right, hey, let me, I don't know how I lost the link. Sorry, folks. We're going to bring up the stove cam here shortly.
These little quirks we'll work on next time.
Yeah. So what we can do is just go back, hit the good old link. That brings us back into business. Into the studio. Voila.
All right. Voila. And so it is revealed. Perfect.
So over a very low heat,
we're going to let that saute. We're going to let our vegetables make a lovely stock here.
Okay.
The next thing we should work on is cleaning our beans. So, you know what? Let's get a little bit more potatoes in there, because this is going to be a great looking dish. So, once again, we're going to peel our potatoes, and these are small potatoes, they're baby potatoes. You can roast them whole, you can cut them in half, you can quarter them and roast them. They're great. The reason why I like baby potatoes is because when they cook up much to a much more tender and creamy consistency, and they're a lot sweeter. Especially when you cook them in just butter and garlic, and just a touch of salt. The sweetness, the natural sweetness of the potato really comes out, stands out and shines. So, a couple more balls in there.
Oh, got the cooking can. Oh.
And one more. This one I'm not going to peel. Just go ahead and save time. Remove a couple of potato balls. All right, perfect. Save these for later. There we go. Now, you want those to saute very slowly. You want them to fully cook all the way through and get nice and soft and begin to brown. So you want to cook that very slow so you don't burn the butter. Burning the butter will definitely impart a very nasty, bitter flavor on your potatoes, and you'll lose all that lovely sweetness that we're looking for.
Let's see, bitter came to mind when you said that. Yeah. Burnt butter, bitter. Yep.
Yeah, burnt butter, burnt garlic
Mm-hmm.
gives you a bitter flavor that you're really not looking for. So, next thing we'll do is clean up our string beans, get them ready to saute.
There's a couple string beans. I don't know if you saw them. If you want to throw them in there, there's
Yeah,
a couple up there. If you want to just toss some joints in
Yeah, I
too.
got it. Yep. They'll give us a nice color contrast as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, pardon me, it's warm as it is in any kitchen.
Oh yeah. We got the fans and the air conditioner going, but it you know, anywhere where there's heat, fire, and magic happening, no diddy, you know, it's gonna be hot.
Yep. Wash our hands. All right, back at it. So now we have these lovely fresh beans, and we're going to trim the ends simply by lining a few beans up.
Dr. Girls noticed, she said, damn, Aaron, peel the potatoes quick.
Yeah. And they're small too. Okay. They're trimmed.
All right, again, so everybody like, share, subscribe. Hell, maybe if anybody's in the Philadelphia area, we might even invite for a guest spot. We would love to have guests here, you know, to experience this with us. But
yeah, stop by, grab a bite to eat, something to drink.
Yeah, drinks, yep, all that. Bust it up.
All right, O'Shea, I got you, man. Let's see. The ceiling fan light is on, and turn it off. Okay, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Huh. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I believe that light turned off might be better with all the other supporting lights we have here. Okay.
Let's try. Let's see what this looks like there. Okay. Yeah.
Now we have Haricot green beans. Nicely trimmed. Set these to the side.
So, chat, do you guys prefer the ceiling light off? Do you prefer the lighting, especially in the main cam, just like how it is now? Just curious to see how it shows up for you guys. But O'Shea says, yeah, better. Okay. I will leave it off for now, but if we need more lighting, we just turn it back on again.
All right, now here's the resistance. Chicken legs. What we're going to want to do is French our chicken legs. Take your chicken leg, trimmed, clean, dry. And what you do is you cut relatively close to the end of the leg, and you cut all the way just to the bone. You don't want to go through the bone. You want to go to the bone and roll it around. Keep rolling it all the way to release everything from the bone. And then you take off that knuckle. Pull it off like so. When you do, you drop it in your pot of rolling stock with the vegetables, because it will cook and impart flavor. The next thing you do is you stretch the skin of the leg down, and you take your knife and scrape the bone. Pull all of that meat down as far as you can.
I always wondered how they did that. I saw this dish prepared so many times, but I've never seen it like
this. It's called Frenching the bone. I'll remove some of these connective tendons if they're in your way. If not, they won't. Just push it all the way down like so.
O'Shea says, I learned a little something from my photography days. That's very evident, sir. We could tell. And any kind of suggestions are more than welcome. Thank you.
Now what happens is you're able to stand your chicken leg up on the plate. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your presentation. So what I like to do is get in there and get some of those tendons out. Makes for a better eat and looks prettier. Tendons in the pot with the stock. So we're going to do that one more time, just in case you missed that. Take our chicken leg, okay, clean and dry. You get down as far as you can to the knuckle, and you just cut. And you just roll the bone like so. And you just make sure the blade stays in contact with the bone the entire time. Don't lift it up. You want to cut through everything. Roll it a couple times. And then you pull the knuckle off, like so, into your pot, stock. You take the blade. You can move some of these tendons here. Get under there.
O'Shea said, that's cool how you made that chicken leg look. So I'm saying the same thing. I'm taking notes myself.
Again, you take the blade of the knife, you hold the end, and you just simply scrape. Push down all the flesh down to the big end. If you come across one of these tendons, you let them hang out. And then you can just kind of trim them away, like so. Here's another one. You just cut it. Off of there. There we go. And then you just continue. And if those tendons are being difficult, just cut them against the cutting board with the tip of the knife. There we go. And then you just continue to push down. These tendons are being difficult. There we go. Get that guy out of here. There you go. All right. And you just push it down as far as you can. You get a nice lollipop. Right, and it stands up nicely.
You know, I had an ex
on the plate.
I had an ex when we were at we went to it was what was that the French restaurant above on 30th Street? It was it's this French restaurant. Saint-Tropez. There we go. We were in Saint-Tropez, right? And I had ordered some lamb, lamb version of what you're doing now. And my ex called them meat lollipops. I'll never forget that. Like, that name sticks to me whenever I see anything like that. Meat lollipops. That's what it looks like.
That's actually a traditional name for a French rack of lamb. They're called lamb lollipop chops.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they are. They're just little nuggets of meat on the end of a stick that you can grab with your hand and bite. But the technique is called Frenching the bone.
Frenching bone. That's okay.
If you've ever seen a cowboy ribeye, right?
Tomahawk joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You get a really large ribeye, and you French the bone. Now that's a different process. We're doing it with leg of lamb or with a ribeye steak. The process is different than doing it with chicken leg. But the end result's the same.
Gotcha. Okay?
Check on our potatoes.
All right, we're checking on the potatoes. We're checking on the potatoes. There we go. Fuck. Checking on the potatoes. There we go. I learned how to talk now. So, Natasha Vincent says, "Yay, no wasting food. Never thought to make stock at the same time. I put meat and veggie bits in Ziploc bags in the freezer, so I have make a large pot of stock. That's exactly what I do. Matter of fact, I'll show you something real quick, Natasha. Talking about wasting, and this is what I learned from this guy right here. All this. I don't even know which camera is on. That right there, beef. That is beef tallow right there. So you could use that for almost anything. Anything you use butter for, like say you make eggs, scrape a little bit of that, put it in there, and that provides the lubrication. So it takes the place of the butter or the olive oil or whatever. But that has all of the flavor that I can't even remember what I made with that. It had to be some kind of soup or some kind of, I might have made soup jamu or something like that and skimmed the top off of it. I think that's what it was. But we'll definitely have a period of instruction on soup jamu. That's going to be a special, that's going to be a New Year's special episode. So stay tuned for that because there's a story behind that as well. But, so anyway, I figured throw that in there as a, we're cooking, waiting for things to cook and preparing stuff. All right. So we got, Dr. Girl says, fine dining created at home. Marvelous. Indeed. You cannot go wrong with knowing how to make this type of food at home for all kind of reasons. For financial reasons, chances are once you learn how to do this, you'll make it better than any restaurant that you could go to and get it. So
you can make it your own.
Right. So
let's move on to these chicken legs. You can make your own rub. I typically like to make my own rub, but for the sake of time, we're going to go with Emerald's Original Essence seasoning. But what you want to do is just whatever your typical favorite rub is, you want to generously coat. And when I say generously, I mean do be very generous. Coat the entire meat portion of the chicken. Okay. You want to be as generous as you can.
All right. O'Shea, not sure how to move that icon, but as long as we can see Iceman doing his thing, it's all good. We'll definitely. I'll figure that out later. Appreciate it though. All right, what we got? What we got here? Let's go to the stove cam and see how that's come. Oh, look at those potatoes, man! You can tell those potatoes are coming along nice. Man, that's looking great. Dude. Yeah.
More seasoning. You really want, because this is what's going to give you that nice crust, right? Because we're going to fry these. These are going to get fried in deep fat, in deep canola oil. Okay. You really want to get generous. There we go. Now you see.
Lights is well. Hope it won't mind the light in the way, but it is what it is. All right. Look at that.
Now you have.
All right. Perfect. Perfect.
Take these over to the stove. Now we're going to let the stock continue to simmer on the back burner here.
Charles Cotter had a great observation, which I'm going to use even if I'm not recording, but he says the camera is a stove watcher, so things don't get burnt. That's a very good way to check things out. And you got, Dr. Girl says the potatoes are looking good. Look at look at the browning. They're really coming together nice. Look at that.
Nice and slow.
I wish y'all could smell it too. Yeah.
So, while all of that is moving along, we're going to let our chicken sit here and hang out in the rub.
Back up, just grab a pad to sit on.
Yeah, I'm going to pour myself another whiskey if you don't mind. I think I'm going to open up a beer because it's getting warm in here. Nothing cools you off like an ice cold. You know what? Since October is right around the corner, things I'm going to have, if he doesn't mind, which camera? His favorites. Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. The dope beer.
My winter beer. Samuel Adams, almost any kind of, you know me.
Yes, sir.
But my favorite is the original. Samuel Adams Lock.
Open up a beer. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So, we've had this oil on the burner for a little while. I'm going to let it cool down, actually, because it's probably gotten a bit hot.
All right, so chat, what is on the menu tonight for y'all's dinner, y'all's Saturday dinner? I'm trying to hear it. Would love to hear what you guys are cooking up in your kitchen, or if you guys are going out to a restaurant, or maybe you guys have a couple's dating night or something and are making a meal, you know, have a special Saturday night. And that's what, you know, today is a good day for that. You got the, you know, the rainy weather over the East Coast. You know, you invite your lady over, or, you know, if your lady or man, whomever, you know, and, you know, put some of these techniques to work. Makes for a really good autumn evening. But yeah, I'm just curious in the chat, what's everybody eating tonight? What's this? Yeah, bigger. All right, let's go. Might as well do that. We're gonna go and do that. Post the link up. Peace. Right. It's crazy how the StreamYard feed is instant, but then it's like a 10-15 second delay from when the StreamYard happens to where you see it on YouTube. Interesting, man. Very interesting. All right, we got Dottie Girl. Looks like she's eating. Oh man, meatballs and spaghetti for one. Now that's completely unset. The meatball. You remember Lady and the Tramp? That's what I remember. Remember that movie with the dogs, and then I can't remember the storyline, but the dog, the tramp dog and the lady dog, they ate spaghetti, and I remember the two dogs somehow ended up eating this one long ass string of spaghetti, and that's how they kissed. One was sucking on one end, the other was sucking on the other, and then they ended up coming together and doing that. So meatballs and spaghetti are a very good meal for two. All right, we got, let's see, Quincy Fearson. Good evening, good people. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Bless up, man. Bless up the War Report. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Bless up the chat too. Yup. Oh man, so all right, so the first lady, she's frying chicken and baking cupcakes. So with our powers combined, we can make we have a smorgasbord going on here.
So I think now we can start to think about dropping these chicken legs.
All right. We are gonna zoom in on that. So when that process happens, just like this.
One way to test the oil, if you don't have a thermometer, all right, you can get a wooden spoon out of the drawer. Believe it or not, there is water still in it. You don't have to wet it or anything. But if you don't have any wooden utensils, you can get just a piece of paper towel and just dampen the edge. You don't want it to be dripping at all. You just want it to be just damp, as you can see. And then what you do, fries.
Oh wow.
That means you're ready to go.
I was about to say that the old school wooden spoon somewhere. Oh yes, it's over here if you need that. They might as well show them that test method too. That's the one you should. Let's keep talking.
All right. So this is a wooden spoon and you see it fries. When it looks like the wooden spoon is frying, there's still moisture in the wood, right? And it's cooking out. And if it goes in there and doesn't do that, your oil is not hot enough to cook in. If it does that, then it's hot enough.
Mm-hmm. So apparently it is hot enough.
So
awesome.
Now fry.
Oh, that's the first meat lollipop in. All right. Oh man, and you could tell everything's going to get done at the same time. Look at the way the potatoes are, the way the chicken is. Everything's going to come together right at the same time, man. That's training. That is official training right there, man. Because I know when I cook, I'll make things, but I can't cook to whereas everything will be kind of finished at the same time. So I always have to put something in the oven or in the warmer, waiting for the entree's got to be in the warmer, waiting for the side dish to get done. Vice versa, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. All right, we got more nighttime meals going on here. Natasha Vincent had breakfast for dinner. 3 sunny side up eggs with buckwheat crepe. What? With a homemade Cajun type spice mix that I'm sure would anger an actual Louisian.
Very
I beg to differ. I want to try. I'd like to try that. That sounds amazing.
Very nice.
I never made a crepe before, actually, to tell you the truth.
We'll do that on the channel soon.
Yeah.
Not very difficult.
Yeah.
If you can make a pancake, you can make a crepe. If you can make an omelet, you can make a crepe.
Sure. Hombre Lobo says falls back into the chat. All right, my man, what's going on? So we got greetings again to everyone. And he says, like the stream. I cannot agree more. Like the stream, share the stream, and subscribe to the channel. Do everything that Hombre Lobo said. and yeah, me, I say no more. Say no more. I'll just leave that up there for a while. Definitely subscribe to the channel because if you like what you see here, there's gonna be more of it, and on grander scales. So let's see here. We got wow. Okay. Dottie Girl says, I also tried my hand at making apple butter. Unfortunately, I overdid it with the cinnamon and mixed spice. We'll be feeding that batch I made to the bin. Oh man. You know, you can probably still do something with that. Like me personally, what I would do, right? With that, if it's overdone with the cinnamon and the mixed spice, if you still have it in your refrigerator, I would put that in a crock pot and I would get apple cider and pour that in the crock pot, right? And then put a couple sticks of cinnamon in there.
Maybe,
you know,
maybe.
She I mean, if it's too much, but let that warm up, and then you could either drink that after it's warm, or you could add a couple shots of whiskey in it, and that's one of the best. Matter of fact, I wish I had the next time we do this, I'm going to do that for y'all, so y'all can see. Y'all can see what because that is the perfect fall drink. It's cheap too. It's cheap, cost effective, very good, very fitting for the fall season. I don't even know what the drink would be called, but warm apple cider with whiskey in it. That's pretty much what
my mother made a thing called wassail when I was growing up.
I remember that.
Yeah, wassail is essentially apple cider, various whole spices, nutmeg, cloves, allspice, cinnamon. And then she would cut slices of lemons, slices of orange, and put that all in the crock pot and let it just come together. Black peppercorns. And just let it all steep and come together and makes a delicious beverage. And like you said, you can serve it warm, you can serve it cold. You can chill it and add some bourbon to it. It's delicious. Many different things you can do.
Sounds like beverage. Sounds a lot like my mother used to do mulled wine. It's MULLED, and I always thought it was mulled wine for the longest, but mulled MULLED. She used to make that for Christmas. Pretty much what it would be: a mulled wine mixture in a crock pot, and you just pour a red wine. More like the Cabernet is best, but you could get away with a Merlot or a Syrah if that's all you got. But yeah, mulled wine. So that and again, 'tis the season. So I'm seeing why everybody likes fall so much, and I'm digging it because of all of these great dishes that we can make. Let's do this. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, those. Oh, look at that. Look at them potatoes, man. Look at those. And then O'Shea says I can just imagine the meat lollipops lying on a bed of mashed potatoes. Yeah, man. Yep. That is coming together. Look at that.
What we'll do is we'll remove these from the butter. We're going to keep the butter in the pan because our next batch of veggies, the Haricot vert, that's going to be sauteed in the same butter. Okay. And then after that, we'll make our pan sauce in this same pan. That way you don't have to wash a whole hell of a lot of dishes.
That is ideal. Because after setting up and cooking and clean, and the last thing you want to and eating, the last thing you want to do is clean up a lot of shit. That is so do whatever you can do. Meat. I know that there's a clean as you go method, and I didn't learn this in cooking, but I learned it in maintenance for different jobs that I did. But clean as you go. All right, I got a question for you, sir. All right, so Big Aaron.
Yes.
What's the first dish you suggest every young man in training should learn to prepare? I have an idea, but I'll let you answer the question.
Well, you have white wine
in the refrigerator on the side drawer, all the way at the bottom. Should be something open in there somewhere. Yeah, one of them joints. No. Yeah, the cork. Yep, I think that should be.
Oh, lovely. A nice Chenin Blanc by Arabella is what we'll be using for this sauce. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the stock now so I can cook out that raw wine flavor before we get into the sauce. So you want to add about the same amount of liquid that you have water in there. That should do it. And we'll let that continue to cook down and reduce. So to answer that question, it depends on your initial skill level. I would say, well, I'll answer it two ways. The way I kind of got into gourmet cooking was through a dish called veal au poivre. It was a dish that my godfather had made. He taught me how to make it when I was very young. My godfather and my father are both gourmands. They're foodies. They were foodies before the term foodie was even a thing. So I'm at his house one day and he's preparing this meal and it was delicious. It was easy for me to do. You essentially take veal cutlet, and you soak it in milk for a little while, and you take flour, salt and pepper your flour, and then you dredge your veal cutlets in the salt and pepper and you saute it in butter. Once it's brown, nice and tender, you take it. It only takes a minute. It's very thin, and it's veal, so you don't have to be super well done. You pull that out, and then you add a little bit of the flour that you would use to dredge the veal in to the pan until it gives you a consistency of like a wet sand. And actually, we're going to do that here. It's called making a roux. We'll do that here shortly. Once your roux is made, then you pour red wine in there. And you let that cook down and reduce, let it thicken. You bring it to a boil, let it thicken. You can drop a bay leaf in there, a couple of peppercorns. And once it comes to a nice consistency, you can saute some mushrooms in another pan in butter. Add that to your sauce. And then pour that over the veal. It's amazing. I like to finish the sauce with some of the milk that the veal was in, bring all that to a boil again, and it gives you a nice creamier consistency. I would recommend doing that or just going in there with some heavy cream. But that's a nice, simple gourmet dish. It's very earthy. It gives you, that nice traditional French flair. If you're not wanting to do that, what I would do is perfect the egg. In the professional culinary industry, especially among us classically trained chefs, the first thing if anyone says I can cook, the first thing I ask them to do is make an egg. If you ever notice, a chef's hat has all these folds and flutes along the hat. A master chef is supposed to have 101 folds. Each of those folds represents a different way to cook an egg. When a chef masters 101 different ways to cook an egg, then he can be called a master chef. One of those ways is simply a hard-boiled egg. Another way is a soft-boiled egg. Another way is a medium-boiled egg. Another way is an omelet, a scrambled egg. Can you make it quiche Lorraine, which is an egg dish? Can you make creme brulee? That is an egg dish. These are all different ways. So what I would do is just master the hard-boiled egg, the soft-boiled egg, the medium-boiled egg, and the omelet. That shows you, that really gets you in tune with the restraint necessary to learn good cooking. A lot of people think good cooking requires a lot of ingredients. No. Simplify your recipes. As you notice here, I haven't gone berserk with any ingredient whatsoever. Since we've been doing this, all very simple recipes. That is the hallmark of a true chef. If you can perfectly cook a hard-boiled egg, meaning there's no green ring around the yellow, you should only have two colors, a pure, pristine white, like stationery, and a pure, bright, vibrant yellow, like the sun. Those are the only two colors you should see in a properly hard-boiled egg. The medium-boiled egg should have a very velvety, orange-like center that doesn't run. And then a soft-boiled egg should have a runny yolk, but all the white should be cooked. Perfect those things, and you're on your way to culinary mastery. The fried egg, same thing. You can over easy, over medium, over hard, the basted egg, sunny side up. These are all different ways to cook an egg. If you want to learn how to cook, master the egg first. Everything else will come in due time. After you've learned how to cook an egg properly, the next thing you want to do is perfect your knife skill. You want to be able to do things like produce knife cuts like that.
Look at that.
Right? You want to learn how to use a sharp knife, a quality knife, learn how to maintain your knife. These are all the if you know martial arts, horse stance, front punch, front thrust kick, rising block, downward block. These are all the basic movements. Well, these are the same thing in culinary art. These are all the very basic techniques. Once you learn these, everything else is just a matter of the recipe that you're working with. Learn how to saute. And learn the science of food. Learn what things do, how fat interacts with food. Learn what acids do in their place, right? All these things you want to become accustomed to. Don't be afraid of putting color on your food. If you notice this bean, this beautiful color, right? Those potatoes over there, nicely brown. These chicken legs, which are going to come out soon, you want to get nice color on your food, right? Even when you do a stock, I didn't do it today for the sake of time, but you're going to want to put color on your vegetables before you make a stock. Saute them in a little bit of butter, and then make a stock from there. Get some color on them, especially if you're going to make a beef stock. Get your vegetables really brown. If you're going to make a stock with, bones of an animal, brown your bones. Put color on the food. Don't be afraid. Brown. If it's not brown, throw it on the ground. That's what an old chef used to say. So now, I don't know, are you on the
oh, wait, give me 1 second. I was kind of doing things in the background, but we need to be on stove cam, right?
Yep.
Yep, I'm on stove cam. We are.
So now what we're going to do,
focused on that.
Kill the chicken, let that cruise. In the pan, we'll remove the beans. And we're going to get a microplane and grate 1 clove of garlic. And then we'll grate 2 cloves because garlic is just dope like that. So we're going to grate 2 cloves of garlic into the pan and add the butter. Okay. You don't want to burn it. You just want to bring out the natural sugars in the garlic. You just want to soften it. Let it take on just a little bit of color. If it starts to burn, that's all right. If it starts to brown a little quicker than you like, that's okay. I'll show you a trick to arrest that. Get your tasting spoon, go into your stock, just a touch, and that'll cool the pan down. Just a 1/4 tablespoon. That'll cool the pan down, allow you to continue to soften the garlic without boiling it. You don't want to boil it and steam it, right? You just want to soften it. As you can see here, it's just now taking on just a little bit of color, just a bit.
Might I interject? I wish the audience could smell what I smell right now. The smell in here, because it's divine. That's the best. That's the best way I can describe it. That's the word that pops into my head is divine. Man.
Now that you have that done, bring your beans back into the garlic. Okay. And you give them a quick toss. Quick toss in the pan. And they're done.
Look at that.
Put your beans to the side. And then we can do the same thing. This time get 1 clove. You want to override the sweetness of your potatoes. You do want to get some of the sweetness from the garlic. 1 clove of garlic into the pan. Get your tasting spoon. Just a touch of stock into the pan. You see? Just let your garlic go from that kind of off-white to like a nice butter-colored brown. And the remaining fat that's in the pan, the remaining butter.
All right, let's go through some of these chats here. Let's catch up on that. Let's see, okay, answer that question. We got. All right, so our man. Okay, wait. So I forgot if I mentioned this earlier, but Charles Corter is eating chicken parm tonight, which is a great. This actually goes. It's prepared very similarly to what we're doing now. All right, Hood Things says king shit. Thank you, sir. Um, shout out. We got Ombre here. Let's see what else. All right. And Dottie Girl is giving you an ovation, my friend, right
Thank
now.
you, dear. I appreciate it. So to finish our potatoes, 1 pat of butter into the pan with that garlic that is just becoming ever so brown. Just a delicate pan.
Look at that.
Not much darker than the potatoes. And then we incorporate our potatoes back into that garlicky butter. Give them a quick roll around just to pick up that nice flavor. And look at that glossy golden brown color coated in butter and garlic and right back in.
Man, look at it.
Beautiful, right? So, leave your pan on the heat. And now we're going to make the sauce. For that, we're going to add a touch of butter. Do we have flour?
Yes, we do. The right to the left of the hood. To the right of the hood. My bad. To the right. Nope. And should be up top to the left.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
This man's kitchen is well organized. He knows exactly where all of his ingredients are. Well done.
You got to appreciate it.
So, what we do now, we have about a tablespoon of butter or so in the pan. We have the garlic and the beans and the potatoes. Again, it doesn't matter if you use the same pan, as long as it's relatively clean, less dishes, and you get to really build the depth of flavor.
Yeah, the flavor. That's what I always do. Like, you know how, like whenever you make an egg and like a meat to go with the egg, you always cook the scrapple or the sausage or the bacon, whatever, in the pan that you're going to make the eggs in.
Yeah.
Just for that purpose, the flavor, and that's why you're not supposed to wash cast iron skillets, things like that, because that is the concept, or woks even.
Exactly.
The
Chinese have a saying called wok hei, or the breath of the wok, or the spirit of the wok. It is the flavor that the wok takes on over. That's why your grandmother's cast iron skillet makes the best fried fish and the best cornbread and the best fried chicken, because over the years, her recipe was cooked in that pan over and over and over and over and over. And those flavors get deep set into the pan and they impart themselves onto the dishes as you make them.
Yep, they do carry over. And that's why you never want to wash those because you'll get your ass chewed, but at the very least, because you're washing generations of flavor from out of that pan. So that's why that's where that comes from.
So now we have that roux, where I was saying mix some butter and flour until it gives you a consistency of wet sand. Once you have that mixed, you see it takes on a nice tan color. You get your stock. And you strain your stock into the roux.
Look at that. Oh, so I was mistaken. So it looks like chicken parm was not Charles's meal tonight, but it was his recommendation for a young man to make his to hone his skills in cooking, pretty much.
Yeah, chicken parm. There's many dishes that work.
Yep. I would say, like you said, eggs. When you learn how to make an egg and work your way from there, that's how I did it.
Yep.
Look at that. That is a roux. The color. Look at that. That is professionally made roux right there in process. That looks amazing.
And we'll just bring that to the boil. Let that do its thing. Let it reduce. In the meantime, our chicken legs are coming down in temperature. We can take them out. Rest them in the bowl here. And then, what we're going to want to do is get some more of the same bread that you used in the chicken and go at it again. Generously dust your chicken legs. All right. Set them aside, let them cool just a bit. Now, we're going to move this out of the way. I'm going to work on this sauce here. Bring it to a boil. Let it reach its full thickening potential. Let it reduce.
Ooh, okay. So the first lady says that roux is sexy. It is as it's coming about. I must agree.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Make sure that we have all of our beautiful cooking liquid in there. We'll just let that boil for a little while. Let the you want to cook out that raw flour flavor, right? You'll get that cereal kind of flavor if you don't. You want to cook out that raw wine flavor as well. You get an unpleasant bitterness in the dish. And you'll get rid of kind of some of the acidity that's in wine as well. And you want to you'll never reach the full thickening potential of a roux until you bring it to a boil. It doesn't matter if it's a flour roux or if you're using a cornstarch slurry. If it hasn't been brought to a full boil, it will not have reached its full thickening potential. So we're going to let that continue to boil. And as you can see, it's getting nice and thick.
You got to have it nice and thick. That is a must.
That's one of the things that we like to eat. Got to be nice and thick.
Right.
You don't want skin and bone.
No.
That's for making a stock.
That's for you. You don't want no giraffes. You want some elephants.
Yeah.
We'll get
Shout
into that.
out to the Mac.
Yeah, shout out to that, man. We'll get into that. We'll get into that insider later. That was an elephant.
So now that this is beginning to reduce and thicken, we're going to finish with this heavy cream. Didn't know if you had one open already.
I actually bought it because, I had some grits I made yesterday, and I ran out of milk, and I was like, man, they're still in there, but I'm gonna put some of the heavy cream in to make them thicken up.
It was a great way to reconstitute grits.
Oh, you got to, yeah, man.
So,
and they got to be thick, like I said, based on the conversation we just been having, man, you got to have some thick grits too.
That's right. Yeah.
Someone's put it out there. We like our food just like how we like our women.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
And we have a lovely cream sauce. And I think what we'll do, let's see, we have the cream. Wondering. There should be enough wine in there, I think. Yeah. Good. We'll just continue to let that reduce and thicken. And I don't know if you remember a previous episode, nappe is what you want your sauce to become. It's a consistency. And you test it like coating a spoon in your sauce, pull a spoon straight out of the sauce. It should stick to the spoon. You should be able to draw a line through it. And the line should stay. That is a nappe consistency.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yep.
All right, we'll do that again. Coat your spoon in the sauce. Pull it straight out. And it should coat the spoon. And when you draw a line diagonal on the spoon, the line should stay.
Look at that.
The sauce above the spoon should stay right where it is.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Now, so I've tasted the sauce. You should always taste your food. Taste, season, taste. And I am not terribly happy with the flavor. I think what I want to do, just to marry it with the chicken, add a little bit of the rub that we use to season the chicken, add it to your sauce. And that way, you'll marry those flavors nicely.
You're married to this piece, this weapon of iron and wood, and you will be faithful. All right, I'm not. That's enough Marine craziness for the moment, but this popped into my head. I had to say it.
Taste it again. Yeah, a little more. All right, and because the butter wasn't terribly salty, which is good. You can always add. You can never take away.
Mm-hmm.
Add some salt. All right.
Right.
There we go.
I think that looks like that might be the final step to the roux.
I think it is. I think that is beautiful.
Because one thing in cooking too, like you don't want to add, you don't want to like Iceman just said, you can add, but you can't never take away. So you never want to muddle your dishes.
Yeah, don't overdo it.
Oh, just like Charles Colter, just well seasoned. That's it. You don't want to over season, but you just want it well seasoned. Which this you can tell this is.
Now, to add a nice richness and sheen to the sauce, we'll do what's called beurre marnier or mount with butter. You take just a pat of butter with the sauce on low or off heat. As it melts, you just whisk it into your sauce as it melts. And that gives you that nice depth of layer, that nice butteriness without creating an oil slick on the top of your sauce. You just let it slowly melt. And as it melts, you slowly whisk it in. It does have a little bit of a thickening power, right? But if you notice, the light is starting to really shine off the surface of the sauce. It gives you that really nice sheen, that velvety, and it creates a nice mouthfeel too. It gives you a nice velvety mouthfeel. It gives you that nice butteriness that a good sauce should be known for. And as you can see, it has disappeared into the sauce as we whisk it. One final taste. That nappe consistency. Beautiful. There it is.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
So, now we plate.
Now for the star of the show today, the plating.
Cool. Bring all our ingredients.
Go here.
And find a nice, lovely plate. I like this one. Make sure all your stoves off. All right. And a nice large.
I'm trying this face. Fuck it. Yes. That shit. Definitely need another tripod. All right.
Oh. Is this?
Yeah, you can detach it and, it's just.
How does it? Oh.
That's it. There you go. That is what we needed. And and that is the.
Okay. So, first thing we want to do It's running out of sauce. Don't want lumps in your sauce. Sauce.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Mm.
Yeah, this is yeah. Look at this. I got a double comment that because yeah, very well seasoned. Yup, Dr. Girl, you called it. It is plating up time, and we got the lighting right for this particular operation. Hold on. Let me see. I can hear the noises, but oh well. Look at that. All right, now is a good time as he's plating. I'm gonna go ahead and paste our link tree in the description. I mean the chat. My bad, but it is also in our YouTube War Report description as well, and it has everything from our email, our YouTube page, our Instagram page, our Cash App, everything like that. There's the broken email link, which I'll fix after the show is done. I'll work on that, but our email is also going to be on that after this show is finished today. Man, that looks incredible. I'm glad we get to eat this stuff. After setting back, yeah, we'll leave the cameras rolling as we're housing this today. Look at that. Look at that. That is masterful right there. Look at that. How much do you think you would pay for a dish like that in a restaurant, in a San Tropez, or something like that?
Yeah, 40, 50.
I think you should. I think more than that. I think you pay for the chicken separately, and then you have to get the appetizers like $20 each. At it like that. That's what that kind of dish looks like to me. So chat, everybody paying attention. This is it. Look, what do you look? That's that. I mean, I wish you could smell it and taste it, but like what the first lady had just said. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's all you can say. Oh yeah, and the wine to go with it. You know that you know what we know what the shame the bad part is. I had a first runner up. I'm not gonna say first lady. I don't have a first lady yet. I'm just gonna call it first runner up. That's first runner up coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the first runner up was gonna come, and she was gonna get the first taste of the dish here. But since flaking seems to be pretty popular these days, we get to eat this ourselves now. How about that?
Dig in, Mr. Producer. Go grab a fork. Tell us what you think.
All right, yeah, man, you can get on the ones and twos and everything. And if you haven't noticed, this is the part of the show where you drink and fuck around, and that's that.
Yep.
So we'll still keep it rolling, just to keep y'all with us. That's what we do.
Voila, says Dante Girl. Here, you want this? Here.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna switch cams because they're not gonna hear you. I mean, not cams, mics.
So how's this? This is beautiful. Perfect. I'm not using it myself.
So, let's see. Dr. Girl says, voila. O'Shea Lennox, the hobbyist, appreciates your support, man. It looks great. Yeah, I hope he likes it. My wife, yes, Lord, yeah. She's used to eating like this. So, this is essentially a very simple do-it-yourself. Can be done at home, gourmet. All it is chicken, potatoes, and string beans.
Not expensive to get.
No, it really isn't. It really truly isn't. If you want, you can put some finishing salt. I have some black truffle salt at home that I meant to bring to finish the potatoes. But yeah, if you have a finishing salt.
Plus I got. Oh no, I do. Hold on. Hold on. Is it in here? I haven't finished the salt. Right back. It's if it's not in here, I'm not going to do it. But I know my mom bought me that for a specific purpose for one Christmas. I remember, and no, I'm not going to find that shit. But what I will do,
Mr. Chillout says, I need 5 plates. Hey man, you know where we at, man?
I can't find the finishing salt, but what I will get is the kosher salt. Just kind of sprinkle that on top a little bit.
Yeah, any kind of, even just any coarse grain salt, kosher salt, pink Himalayan salt, lava salt, any smoked salt, just to finish, on the potatoes, just to make sure that they have a nice,
That's it. That's that.
That's perfect. Yep. Especially with potatoes, I like a black truffle salt. It gives you that really nice, deep, earthy, mushroomy flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But any of your favorite finishing salts, smoked salts work great.
I'm gonna look for that stuff. I love smoking anything in the smoker and allegedly other things too. But
yeah, I like smoking too. Yeah.
All right, well, this is the way to do it.
So
let's do this.
Mr. Maverick is going to dig in and he's going to tell us what he thinks.
Here. Yep. First, I'm going to try, just because it's easy, I'm going to try one of the potatoes first. Yeah. A little bit of salt. The finishing salt is all you need.
Yep.
But it preserves the flavor of the potatoes. And all you need is that little bit of salt. That's that. And the way it was cooked, you don't need anything else. It's actually just perfect. It's just perfect.
Nice sweetness to them.
Nice sweet, yep, nice sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You just take the potato cooked in the texture of what this potato is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And you can't get a better. Wherever you see these potatoes, you can't find better potato than this. Guaranteed. Yeah. Put the palate on to the other way. I just love I need to be a fresher food taster. We get to drink and eat good food all the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with meat lollipop without the sauce this time. I'm gonna try that. So I can compare it to first one. I don't know which camera is what, but
they're both.
Just how the juiciness, the tenderness is all preserved there. When you look at the seasoning on it, it is cooked to perfection. The crispiness, when I cut through it, it snaps. You know what I mean? But it's not too crispy. It's not crunchy, but it snaps off. Let's see. Without the sauce. Cameras on.
They're both on.
And I use this analogy all the time, but this is a summer analogy. How the fuck did you do to make something so good? I'm offended, but I'm offended. Man, wow. This is like
He said your audio is choppy.
Mine?
Yeah, let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got two different batteries. Anyway.
Yeah, let me,
Is it there? Oh, it's broken. All right. So give me a one if you can hear what I'm saying in the chat, please. Just to be sure everything is.
hold on. They can't hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Give me a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. We just
They can't.
still can't.
No, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna just turn the noise gate off.
Yeah. So I don't need this anymore if that's the case.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, fuck this thing. All right. Which microphone is this the shortest? That's capturing everything. Yeah, fuck it's the after show anyway. So.
Oh, you got ones. Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, you got 3 ones. Yeah, you're good to go.
Oh, so put the drone back on.
No, we'll get rid of it. You guys can hear us both, yeah?
Can you hear me too?
Put a 2 in the chat if you can hear both of us.
Right now, can you hear me? Because if so, I'm not wearing this headset. Looks like one's all right.
If we get up, O'Shea gives us a 2. You can hear both of us. Perfect.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck this thing.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep, I'm free. So, what I was gonna say before the sound switch was that this here is whatever fried chicken that you had, the best place you could think of, right? Crown fried chicken, Kentucky fried chicken, Popeyes, the Popeyes chicken, whatever one down in Louisiana, wherever you go, I guarantee you that that this is that chicken to the 25th power, like what John Witherspoon said in Vampire in Brooklyn. Because
Thanks.
this is incredible. Not even trying to know the sauce yet, which
No flour, no cornstarch, just seasoning and the oil.
that's it, man. That's it. So this, I'm gonna go on to the lump sauce because that's gonna be on another level, like I said. Hey. All right, so now cleanse the palate, of course. And what better to cleanse the palate with the nice cool glass of white wine. It's a chin wine. Feels perfectly with this meal, actually.
Yeah.
I knew that was not even a range. This is like, if I had this meal, this would have to be the standard every time.
And always, don't be afraid to cook with really good wines. Never cook with a wine that you would not drink yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the wine that you cook with typically should be the wine that you pair with the meal or something close to it. I wouldn't cook with a very light, delicate Pinot Noir and then pair it with a very rich, deep, heavy Burgundy or deep Cabernet. I mean, if anything, you use a Cabernet Shiraz blend and then serve it with a Cabernet. But if you're not spending like $100 a bottle to drink, cook with the wine that you're going to serve with the dish. If you're going to spend $20 on a bottle of wine, it's worth it to spend another 20. Use half that bottle to cook with, especially if you're going to make beef bourguignon or coq au vin, things where wine is the star of the dish. Do yourself the favor and the service of splurging for an additional bottle. Use that to cook with. And then open the other bottle that you bought with it to serve with. And what that does is it gives you half a bottle to drink as you cook. And you can enjoy it. It's not cheap wine.
And somehow, the wine helps you cook better too.
Yes, it does.
This is part of the equation. That's why I like being in the kitchen so much. So, with the sauce, right? That just put it on everything I said before. Whenever I go to restaurants, right? I never order chicken. Like if I go to restaurants, I'm not going to order something that I can commonly do myself.
Mm.
I'm not going to order chicken or pork chop or some shit like that, or like beef roast or whatever. I'm not going to order any. I'm going to order like some stuff that I normally don't do.
Mm-hmm.
But Now that I know that the chicken tastes like this, whatever restaurant would serve this, I would order chicken. I would order chicken. And I never order chicken when I go out to eat. I would order this chicken. That's how this is.
No, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it means a lot.
I'm going to try the beans and everything. I'll let you get on this too, man.
Yeah.
Try the beans and I'll get out the way.
Dottie girl says, "Oh, why is there no taster vision? I need a plate."
Live close enough, you come get one yourself.
You get the plane ticket, we'll take care of the rest. How about that? Yeah.
The beans, man. The beans. It's a fall meal. Right there.
Yeah.
Have a couple more things. I mean, fuck out the way. But you, so you're trying. But excellent, man. Everything, man. Everything. 10 out of 10, man. Everything. Every single thing. 10 out of 10.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as you can see, folks, it doesn't take long. I mean, if you look at the kitchen, it's not a whole terrible mess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just put the cream back away, wash these couple of pots by hand.
You
know what I mean? Throw these few items right here in the dishwasher. That's it. You know, you have some ends to some vegetables that run down the garbage disposal, and you're done. I mean, cleanup is easier and quicker than the actual meal. It takes 15 minutes to clean this kitchen up. So yeah, it doesn't take much at all.
You're gonna how you say, you're gonna baptize this. I'm not trying to think of a word here. This glass here, you are going to evilize it.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
Because anyway, yeah. I'm glad you can drink from that glass with this meal because we'll explain that shit off camera. But
Oh, yeah, potatoes did come out nice.
crazy, right? Man, it's insane.
The little confetti of fresh bell pepper.
Oh man,
It gives you little pops of brightness. You know? Yeah. All right, let's get into this chicken leg. This is the star of the show.
Yeah, that's good. I think you're going to even be surprised at what you did there, man. Like I'd never. That's incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got 100.
And Frenching the leg makes it more pleasant to eat.
It does too.
I don't like legs because of all of the little tendons and little bones.
Right.
But when you French it like this, it's like a chicken thigh constructed like a breast.
You just described why I don't order chicken that much. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, when I make jerk chicken, that's my signature dish. But I never do that. Now I'm going to start trying that now. But I know even when I eat, I love the flavor but you're just biting into tendons and all that stuff. You got to spit some stuff out and I try and do all that. But that makes it much more pleasant to eat. And like even the way it cooks, it I can't, you probably describe it better than me, but it cooks better that way. It seems like
it cooks more evenly and you retain the moisture. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You still get a nice delicate crunch on the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it comes away from the bone nice and clean.
Oh man, everything about it. Like man, if I wish the Crown Fried Chickens would do that with their chicken, to definitely make them more palatable.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah, it's not bad. So there you have it, folks. Nice and easy. Fall, chicken, and beans and potatoes.
A perfect autumn meal. Like you cannot get better than that.
Oh, the garlic on the beans is hidden.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfection. It's perfection, man. Everything, like I said, that meal, everything there that you see there is a 10 out of 10. Take my word for it. And if you'd like to find out, we have some guest appearances, coming up. So anybody want a guest appearance on the show, you get to try this with us. And all we ask for is your reactions as you eat the food. That's it.
Yeah.
So
if you're ever in town, hit us up.
Keep that in mind. Yep. Oh, Dr. Girl says she needs a plate. So look, man, you see she eating alone tonight too. That's a shame, man.
That's what I say, man. Plane tickets on you. We got the rest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you're in the Philadelphia area, forget about it. Just come through. That's it.
Yeah, this did turn out quite nice. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there you have it.
That's incredible. Yeah.
And with the wine,
Forget about it. Forget about it, right? And you know, the one thing, because I can tell, like this is wrapping up, coming to an end. But one thing we do have to do is toast to the show with the bottle of brown.
let's do it.
And as we're wrapping up, man, you know, I'm not gonna say my boss's word because it's 5 o'clock time, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, man. I mean, we got people that doing things to see after. I mean, I'm sorry, the other way around. But I told you, Maverick is in the Black Hand movie mode. He's gonna be in that mood for a while, so get used to that shit.
Yeah, man. Vanilla ice ball. Where's your?
Yes, sorry, man. It's under the table.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So everybody, whoever's drinking, man, whoever's drinking, fill their glasses up right now. Here, fill their glasses up. Whoever's still around, whoever's listening, fill their glasses up.
Please join
And
us.
toast with us. Please join us to the toast, man. This is how we're gonna end. I think this is how we should end every show too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And everybody in the chat, grab what you're drinking, whether it be cream soda or motherfucking Louis XIII cognac.
And if you don't know, you must.
Oh God, get that. Yeah.
This.
That's how you drink whiskey. Like that. That's how you do it.
It's a must.
All right, so you got that. You got that. Oh, we got cigars too. You know what? Fuck that. Let's smoke a cigar. After we clean up, let's smoke a cigar too.
I'm with it.
That's what I need. That type of stuff.
I'm 100% down, my friend.
Well, I'll do my final thought now. You know, as always, man. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to everybody who watched. Everybody's comments, everybody's suggestions, everybody's attention and energy. We don't take that lightly, and we really appreciate y'all showing up for us, man. And that's why, I'm not gonna get into too much, but my week was a motherfucker last week. But and then despite me needing to be in the bed right now for like 3 days, this is why I'm here right now for y'all, man. So, you know, thanks for joining us on the War Report. We're gonna get better as we go. As you can see, hopefully you can see the little improvements that we're doing here and there. We're doing the best we can with our lives, but we're gonna be here for y'all, man. So much love to the chat. Much love to everybody who supported us. We got plenty more to come in the future. This is just the beginning. So enjoy your Saturday night. Enjoy your weekend. Much love from the War Report. Maverick.
Again, thanks for all the love. Like you said, man, I couldn't have said it more. Just hit that like button on your way out the door as you grab your coat and umbrella. But we'll be here this coming Tuesday, as we are on every Tuesday, for the VIP Lounge between DJ Hamp's midday show and Women's POV. Catch me at This Might Be Risky with Mr. Fantastic and DJ Hamp.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Fantastic and Hamp, too. I forgot to shout them out.
Yeah, I shout out the brothers, man. Catch us live on the HQ. Get your Monday started, get you on the right foot for the week. The conversations are serious, but the humor is there. We have a good time all the time, every time. So, but yeah, here at the War Report, it's the big guy, Iceman, a.k.a. Big Aaron, sending all love and thanks your way. Thanks for coming into Maverick's Kitchen and joining us for another amazing meal. Babe, I will see you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. Bon appetit. And as always,
and whichever babe is out there, come to see me shortly, because I could use it.
Again, plane ticket on you. The rest is covered.
I might buy the plane ticket eventually too. We'll see. But anyway,
for the right one.
And on that note, shit.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
As always, if you don't go when you want to go, when you do go, you know the rest. You will have found you're gone. Time for us to say goodbye.